Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully everyone can hear me well. Good to see everybody on Zoom for this year's Academic and Leadership Awards. So welcome to the ceremony. For decades, we've been gathering together every year to celebrate and recognize the achievements and accomplishments of our students, our faculty, and staff. And I mean, this is only fitting when you think about the fact that excellence is one of the campus's values. So we celebrate excellence every year through this gathering. So last year, for the first time ever, we were unable to gather in person to celebrate, everyone's accomplishments. No thanks to the pandemic. Nonetheless, we didn't let COVID-19 stop us from celebrating, so we did it virtually. This year, for the second year in a row, we are unable to gather in the gym to hand out awards, shake hands, give congratulatory hugs, and enjoy refreshments together in person. But although we are celebrating virtually again, that doesn't and shouldn't in any way diminish all the accomplishments that we will be celebrating this afternoon. So hopefully, with the continuing vaccine rollout, we will put this pandemic behind us and gather in person once again next year. So let me be the first to congratulate all of you for the great work that you've done. You deserve the accolades that you'll be getting today. So with that said, let's get the ball rolling and have the festivities begin. So let me start off by introducing Peter Dendel, Professor of English, to make the very first award. Peter.
Thank you. I'm honored to present the Academic Achievement Award to a fine student and very excellent philosopher, Nicholas Sanders, the Mont Alto sophomore in liberal arts, who's earned the highest GPA using Penn State credits. Congratulations, Nick. Now I'd like to introduce our Veterans Certifying Official, Lisa DeGregorio.
Thank you, Peter. Jessica Beckley first came to our campus in fall of 2019 and completed her Associate Occupational Therapy Assistant program. She rejoined our campus in fall of 2018, pursuing her Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and will graduate in May 2021. Jessica served our country in the United States Air Force from 2003 to 2011. She first served as an engineering assistant at Barksdale Air Force Base, Louisiana. She then transitioned to the Air Force Reserves as an aerospace medical technician at Dover Air Force Base, Delaware. While serving, she deployed once for Operation Enduring Freedom and once for Operation Iraqi Freedom. She also provided support during Hurricane Katrina while at Dover Air Force Base as FEMA was camped out on their flight line. Jessica volunteered for many campus endeavors. She presented in Dr. Devney's veterans class about her experiences as a woman in the military. She participated in the 2020 Academic Festival with her group, placing third for their presentation on effective sedations management. In addition, she volunteered the past 2 years at the Waynesboro Health Fair. In the future, she will be inducted into Penn State's chapter of Sigma Theta Tau, an International Honor Society for Nursing. While pursuing her degree, she also juggled working and raising 2 children. She has worked for UPMC for 8 years PRN, and during this past summer and winter, worked with COVID patients, helping them to get stronger and back to completing activities of daily living. Perseverance is probably the best word to describe Jessica. Completing a Bachelor of Science nursing degree is not easy. Completing it while working and raising 2 children, partly during a COVID environment, is commendable. Please join me in congratulating Jessica Beckley as the recipient of the 2021 Outstanding Student Veteran Award. I'd like to introduce Kira Hammond, Assistant Teaching Professor of Mathematics and Director of the Honors Program.
Thanks, Lisa. I am delighted to present the Outstanding Honors Student Award to Andrea Peckman. Andrea has been in our honors program all 4 years that she has been at Mont Alto, and it has been a pleasure to watch her grow and change as a student and a person over those 4 years. She has a fierce intellect that is camouflaged by her extremely gentle demeanor, which I think will serve her extremely well in her life. She and I have had many interesting conversations in the honors suite over the last 4 years, and I will miss that very much, but I am very excited to find out what she will do going forward, because I know it will be something that I have not thought of and that is really important in the world. So congratulations, Andrea. It has been wonderful to have you here at Penn State Mont Alto for the time that we've gotten to have you. Thanks so much. And I am now introducing probably Dr. Barkdahl.
Probably me.
Dr. Unger, please, sorry.
Hi, everyone. I am pleased to present the Leadership in SNAP Service Award to Alison Wolf, the current president of Student Nurses Association of Pennsylvania, Penn State Mont Alto chapter. Alison is a junior nursing student in Bachelor of Science in Nursing. She has led SNAP as the president for this year. In addition to being an active SNAP member from her sophomore year, Alison chaired a few ad hoc committees for the past 2 years and represents the organization with integrity and strong intention to make the organization serving to members, community, and the nursing profession. I am so delighted to present this award to Alison Wolf. And next, I would like to introduce Dr. Lauren Hawkins, Assistant Professor of Biology and Program Coordinator of the Baccalaureate degree of Letter, Arts, and Science.
Thank you, Dr. Unger. I'd like to present an award to Kara Bergen. Kara has completed her physical therapist associate degree in the summer of 2019. She was not satisfied with stopping there, and so she's completing her BA in Letters, Arts, and Sciences and a minor in psychology in just a few days. Kara's theme for her LAS degree is improving quality of life and care for patients. Despite the extraordinary challenges of COVID-19 that we've all been dealing with, Kara has been named to the Dean's List for 6 of 7 possible semesters so far, and I won't be surprised if it doesn't happen again. I am delighted to congratulate Kara and to wish her the best as she moves on. She's considering applying for a graduate program next. And with that, I'd like to turn the mic over to Dr. Kimberly Herman, Associate Professor of Physics and Astronomy.
Connor Coons is the recipient of the Award for Academic Excellence among Science Students at Penn State. Connor is a second-year student and will transition to University Park next year to continue studying physics, specifically the nanotechnology option. After he completes his bachelor's degree, he plans to obtain a doctorate degree and eventually work in research involving quantum mechanics, nanotechnology, or high-energy particle physics. In addition to outstanding work in his classes, Connor has been active on campus and remotely via tutoring, the honors program, and working on a research project to create an automated bird counting device to be deployed near a local solar installation. Connor is a member of the first Commuter Engagement Experience cohort and is the first Mont Alto student accepted to the new Undergraduate Research Ambassadors Program. Congratulations, Connor. You've done fantastically at Mont Alto, and I look forward to hearing about all the amazing things you'll do in the future. The next presenter is Hanafia Harvey, Program Coordinator of Baccalaureate Business Program and Associate Professor of the Baccalaureate Project and Supply Chain Management Program.
Thank you, Dr. Kim. I would like to congratulate our business students in their academic achievement in the world of business. And I'd like to congratulate Dominic King and Jack Green. Good job and congratulations. Next, I would introduce Barry Scruggs, Assistant Professor, Baccalaureate HDFS Program, Assistant Professor, Associate HDFS Program.
Thank you so much. It is my pleasure to present one of the HDFS Baccalaureate Degree Awards to Mary Anna Black. Mary Anna is one of our, she's just an exemplary student who always gives 110% to all of her coursework. It's always a pleasure to have her in class. She's one of the strongest writers that I've had in class in recent years. But aside from her work in class, she's always actively involved on campus. She's extremely organized and has done a really great job doing her internship this semester with the Student Activities Office on campus. And she's, you know, one of those smiling faces that you see when you walk into Weisling and at all the events across campus. So congratulations to Mary Anna. And now I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Jackie Schwab, Associate Professor in HDFS.
I would like to have you meet Erica Perez. Erica is a quiet student who doesn't seem to get noticed enough. So I would like you all to see her as we let you know and her know how much we appreciate her and her academic excellence. She is one of those students that you can always call on and know that she will have a thoughtful, and meaningful response. She is goal-oriented, but is willing to explore her options. She just completed her internship at the Boys and Girls Club in Shippensburg and Chambersburg. She handled all the daily challenges that the pandemic threw at her there, and she's staying on to work there for the program and for the kids. Thank you for all your wonderful work. I just always look forward to reading your assignments, Erica. It's wonderful. And now I'd like to introduce Robin Yor, who is the program coordinator and professor of teaching in HDFS. She is also our internship coordinator in HDFS, associate degree and baccalaureate degree, and she's the program coordinator for the psychology program. That just lets you know how many things she does. All right, here's Robin.
Thank you, Dr. Schwab. It's my pleasure to introduce Kendra Kaufman, who I'm going to be very sad to see graduate. I'm happy she's graduating for her sake, but sorry for us. She's my advisee and a student in several of my classes. She's always demonstrated an underlying current of curiosity, desire to help, and drive to figure out her professional goals. Many a time she's come to see me and talk about, you know, what she wants and how she's going to get to what she wants. She's not satisfied to accept what she's told, but she wants to embody her learning and apply it to real life situations. And this is really the key to this award. It's for students who go above and beyond in terms of their understanding and ability and desire to apply what they've learned in class to what's out there in the real world. She thinks deeply about important HDFS concepts and explores new ideas. You will be missed, Kendra, as many of the students here are today. But we wish you all well. So now, putting on my other hat, I'd like to announce Sebda Akhmedova, who's earning the Psychology Academic Award, one of the two, and she has been a pleasure to have as an advisee and a student. She's constantly striving to learn She is one of those students, just a pleasure to have in class for many reasons. Her work is high quality. You don't have to worry about her doing, the right thing. She stays on top of all that she has to do, and she puts a great amount of thought into what she's learning. So again, congratulations, SEMTA. I'd like to introduce Dr. Jacob Sawyer, Assistant Professor of Psychology.
All right, thank you, Dr. Yor. And I'm really excited to present our second Psychology Academic Award to Emily Harver. Emily has been in a number of classes with me over the past few years, and she's a student we've seen evolving a lot as she's worked on her psychology degree. She actively seeks out new ideas and questions what she's learning, and she definitely helps keep up the quality of the discussions in the course with her insightful questions. So congratulations, Emily. And I would like to introduce Megan Lundy, Academic Advisor.
Hello, everyone. I am pleased to present the DUS Academic Excellence Award to two outstanding students in the Division of Undergraduate Studies. Traditionally, DUS students are those individuals who are exploring majors at the university in order to select a program that best suits their goals and interest. So this award goes to students who have really excelled academically during their time in DUS and who have utilized advising resources, as well as campus resources to ensure their success. Because of this, these students have been able to make informed decisions about their major and their career paths moving forward. This year's award goes to Kylie Reed and Colby Matisse. So please help me in congratulating Kylie and Colby and wishing them well as they continue their academic journey here at Penn State. Up next, I'd like to introduce Beth Neiser, Lecturer of Mathematics and Intervarsity Christian Fellowship Advisor.
Thank you, Megan. I would like to recognize Hannah Lohman and Jacob Heflin for their leadership in the InterVarsity Christian Fellowship Student Organization. Jacob and Hannah have both worked very hard this year and exercised positive leadership in so many ways. They've seen many challenges, as we all have, but in some ways this makes their leadership all the more impressive. They refused to let any of this discourage them and just kept persevering. So I hope they will feel a sense of accomplishment, that they've done a really good job this year. Please join me in congratulating Hannah and Jacob. Now I'd like to introduce Kate Carroll, Admissions Counselor and also Lion Ambassador Counselor.
Kate, not sure what's going on, but you can't be heard.
While Kate is trying to figure out her technology, might we move on? I'd like to introduce Craig Houghton, Program Coordinator and Assistant Teaching Professor, Associate Forestry Technology Program. Craig?
Hello, everyone. Welcome from the mountains of Wyoming. So today I'd like to announce the Academic Achievement Award in Forest Technology, a first-year student and baseball athlete, Caden Robinson, for the highest GPA in the program. And good luck in the playoffs there, Caden. And then our second-year student is, and also a veteran, Air Force veteran, Kyle Books, for the highest GPA in the sophomore or second-year class. And then next, I'd like to announce the College of Agricultural Alumni Society Award that's given each year to students who are outstanding, both academically, have shown good leadership qualities, and have stuck in there and with persistence to achieve their goals. And this year, I'm happy to present the award to Max Austin from Elliotsburg, Pennsylvania. And he's going to receive in the mail a scaled version, a statuette of the Nittany Lion. So congratulations, Max. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Jacob Moore, Associate Professor of Engineering and also the Assistant Director of Student Affairs.
So for today, I'm going to be presenting the awards for academic achievement in engineering. And so for this, we normally would do one first-year student, but this year there were two really standout first-year students. So both Colby Martin and Tracy Kinzer. We couldn't decide between the two of them. They were both wonderful students, did really well even in the time of COVID. So congratulations to the two of them. For the second-year students, we picked Sarah Leninger, who is going to be continuing her degree up at University Park in civil engineering, as well as Trent Euler, who's going to be continuing his degree in electrical engineering at Harrisburg. So congratulations to the four of you. And at this point, I'd like to introduce Dr. Karanda Barkdal, Program Coordinator and Assistant Teaching Professor, the Baccalaureate Nursing Program.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Congratulations so far to everybody. It's my honor at this time to recognize 5 outstanding nursing students that, like everybody else, has gone through the academic rigors while negotiating a pandemic. And 4 of my students will soon be frontline workers in a couple of weeks, taking care of our COVID-19 patients, although they were taking care of them throughout the semester. So I would like to recognize Alexa Angle. I'd like to recognize Jessica Winchester, Megan Derniak, Sarah Boomball, and Sarah McEwen. Congratulations, ladies. And Sarah McEwen, I'll see you back next year. And my other ladies, congratulations as you go forward and become new grad nurses. And now it is my honor to introduce Marla Minnick, Student Advocacy Manager, to present the Peer Mentor Service Award.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my honor to present the Peer Mentor Service Award to this year's 6 peer mentors. Peer mentors commit to supporting incoming Jumpstart program students as they navigate their first year of college. From the summer through the spring semester, the mentors engage with the program students to provide transitional, academic, social, and sometimes personal guidance. These mentors are great students, great leaders, and great ambassadors for our campus. Thank you, mentors, for your dedication throughout this year. This year's mentors are Brooke Pico, Brianna Smith, Tara Bergen, Amani Gonzalez, Jacob Heflin, and Kylie Reed. Thank you, mentors. Next, I'd like to present Dr. Renee Borromeo, Professor in Charge and Teaching Professor, Associate Physical Therapist Assistant Program.
Thank you, Marla. It's my great pleasure to introduce the students being recognized for academic achievement in the Physical Therapist Assistant Program. They are Brenda Blancas Hernandez, Deanna Lockman, Hannah Lohman, Carrie Smith, Leslie DeLacy, and Stephen Gano. Just as a remembrance, from way back in August 2019, we first met this class. And I remember talking with Dr. Dandy, and we both remarked on the quality of interactions we were having with these students and their sincere commitment to learning. And we could just feel it with this group. We were so excited to share our tried and true teaching methods with them, and we were doing great. And then came March 2020. And thank goodness we had the group of students we did. This was an exceptionally hardworking group. They got to work and they just kept it up throughout the 2 years. Their motivation has kept us motivated to teach them more often than the reverse was true. So this group of 6 students, the best of the best in a class of high achievers, deserves recognition. I have gotten to know these students well, and each one has worked through some difficult challenges this year. Most are students who have chosen to return to academic life after a break, adult learners, which is difficult in the best of times. Most of these students have jobs that require them working way too many hours each week. All have worked through some very difficult family issues, assisting children who are learning from home, and some coping with severe family illnesses, and in some cases, even death of family members. These students have been class leaders, and their motivation has really set the bar for all their classmates. Please join me in congratulating the award recipients, Brenda, Deanna, Hannah, Carrie, Leslie, and Steve. I will miss each one of you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Angela Hissong, professor in charge and teaching professor of the Associate Occupational Therapy Assistant Program.
Good afternoon. To each of our following occupational therapy assistant students who are receiving this award today. You're receiving this award having demonstrating an ongoing commitment to academic excellence while participating in the meaningful occupation of being an OT student at Penn State Mont Alto during this unwavering year. Your OTA faculty are consistently honored to watch your passion grow in the dynamic field of occupational therapy as you have made your way through projects, exams, community outreach projects, and also family responsibilities, as well as responsibilities with your friends. Congratulations to your continued success as occupational therapy students. Second year students, Megan Shockey, Paige Wood, and Emily Geip. First year students, Chloe Mesnick, Sydney Parson, Andrea Kreider, Jordan Foreman, and Kara Walter. Congratulations, ladies. And now it is my honor to introduce Dr. Mike Doncheski.
And I'd like to reintroduce Ms. Kate Carroll, who we're going to give another attempt to make her awards, and I will be back after Kate.
Can everybody hear me okay this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thanks. The line ambassadors are ordinary students with extraordinary pride. They serve our campus community in many ways, including doing daily tours, participating in marketing initiatives, representing our campus at community events, and sharing their love for Penn State Mont Alto with whomever will listen. While this past year has put a halt to many of the things our line ambassadors are known for, many of them still looked for any opportunity they could to stay involved with the admissions efforts. They participated in virtual visitation events, and some jumped at the chance to be able to conduct in-person tours as soon as we were able, despite ever-changing restrictions. Today, I honor 3 individuals. Anna Genda's support for the Lion Ambassador organization is unwavering. Anna will continue her Penn State journey studying biology at University Park next year, where I know she is bound to do great things. Her smile and personality are infectious, and I don't think she ever gave up an opportunity to represent the admissions team. She appeared in many marketing videos and attended community events. In her 2 years as a Lion Ambassador, she has given nearly 50 tours, and in normal times, I have no doubt that number would have been much higher. For all these reasons and more, I award Anna with the Most Dependable Award. It feels like just yesterday when I first met Katie Hutzel in the guidance office of Williamsport High School. Her determination to succeed as a nursing student was evident, and her academics coming out of high school were outstanding. I still remember calling to tell her she was accepted. I was so excited when she joined Line Ambassadors in her freshman year because I knew she would become a leader in the organization. I was correct. Katie first served as vice president and now as president of the Line Ambassador organization, and I could not have asked for a better person to lead the organization during such a difficult time. These last 4 years with you have flown by, and while I know we will keep in touch as you graduate and achieve your goals of becoming a fantastic nurse, I will miss your leadership and dedication to the Line Ambassador organization. I award Katie Hutzel with the Outstanding Leadership Award. And finally, I am very fortunate to have another student leader run and be elected for president for Line Ambassadors for next year. When Rayleigh Gibbons decided she would be re-enrolling for fall 2021 to continue her education with us, I felt a weight lifted off my shoulders. Rayleigh has proven over the last 2 years that she has a true passion for all things Penn State Mont Alto, and she has already made a true difference in helping students realize Penn State Mont Alto is where they want to be. Organizations are only as strong as their student leaders, and I know Rayleigh is going to play a pivotal role in helping Line Ambassadors get a little more back to normal this coming school year. I am awarding Rayleigh Gibbons with the Rising Star in Leadership Award. Thank you, and I'd like to reintroduce Dr. Mike Doncheski, the Chief Academic Officer.
Okay, thank you, Kate. And I have a number of awards to present, starting off with Academic Achievement in Music. And that award is presented to Gabriella Ashampong and Colby Martin. Congratulations, Gabriella and Colby. Great job. My next award is Academic Achievement in Health Policy and Administration, HPA, and that goes to Michia Herman. And congratulations on that award as well. The AUPHA Foster McGaw Award is presented to Lacey Hikes. This is an external award. We recognize your achievement here at the campus, and there is a small financial award that you will be receiving as well. The next three are university awards, and I do have a little bit of text to read about each one of those. The Pugh Scholars Award began in 1933 and were initially given to the top 5 individuals in both the junior and senior class at Penn State. The awards are named for Evan Pugh, Penn State's founding president, who was president between 1859 and 1864. This year, the Evan Pugh Scholars are those juniors and seniors who are in the upper 0.5% of their respective classes and have completed at least 48 graded Penn State credits at the end of the fall semester of the academic year in which this award is given. Credits where alternative grades were selected do not count in the graded credits total. Candidates are eligible if they have been full-time Penn State undergraduate students for at least 4 semesters prior to selection. This year, the juniors and seniors have a cumulative grade point averages of 4.0. And I'd like to present to Lacey Hikes the Evan Pugh Scholar Award as a junior. And with Lacey, we look forward to awarding it again to you next year as a senior. So please keep up the good work. Okay, in 1919, the first President Sparks Medal was awarded to one student attaining the highest average. Edwin Earl Sparks was president of Penn State from 1908 to 1920. Today, this award is presented annually to those undergraduate degree candidates who have earned a 4.0 A cumulative grade point average based on at least 36 graded Penn State credits completed by the end of the fall semester of the academic year in which the award is given. Credits where alternative grades were selected do not count in the graded credits total. Candidates are eligible for this award if they have fewer than 60 total credits earned. CEEB advanced placement credits, CLEP taken prior to high school, international baccalaureate credits, and credits taken prior to high school graduation are not counted in the total credits earned for the purposes of this award. This year, I am pleased to present the President Sparks Award to Erica Johnson and Hannah Lohman. Congratulations, Erica and Hannah. And my final university award is the President's Freshman Award. During the presidency of Eric A. Walker, from 1956 to 1970, and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, the President's Freshman Award was established, and the actual year was 1960. This year, the award is presented to undergraduate degree candidates and degree-seeking provisional students who have earned a 4.0 cumulative grade point average based on at least 12 graded Penn State credits completed during their first semester of admission. Credits where alternative grades were selected do not count in the graded credits total. Candidates are eligible for this award if they have fewer than 36 Penn State credits earned. And again, CEEB, CLEP, International Baccalaureate, and credits taken prior to high school graduation are not counted in the total credits earned for the purposes of this award. This year, I am really pleased to present this award to a very, very robust number of students: Andrea Fox, Andrew Hafner, Cameron Ellis, Colby Martin, James Barganis, I'm sorry, Katie Spinder, Kirsten Wolford, Madison Snyder, Maura Kennedy, Morgan Loth, Nicole Jones, Paige Clapsdale, Tache Blocker, Tracy Kinzer, and Trevor Welch. Congratulations, all of you, and well earned. Okay. I'd like to move on to the Outstanding Adult Learner. And I'm presenting this award this year to Brett Newbold. Brett joined our campus in the fall of 2019, returning to school as a freshman along with his daughter, Brooke. We recall that Brett, the nominator recalls Brett sitting in the MAC lobby, that's the Multipurpose Athletic Center down the MAC building, during the first day of orientation. The nominator approached him to see if everything was okay. He could not bring himself to attend orientation and was struggling with his feelings of unsurety of returning to the classroom. About that time, his daughter came out of orientation and told her dad, "You can do this, come on," and coaxed him out the door. He has been moving full speed ahead ever since and has not slowed down. Brett fit right in with the Vet Center and volunteered to be part of the group of veterans that were starting to bond and move the Student Veterans Association forward before COVID curtailed involvement. He is currently a paramedic at Penn State Health Lifeline, LLC, and Spring Grove Ambulance while pursuing his nursing degree and maintaining impeccable grades. The nominator is grateful that Brett will be part of Penn State Mont Alto for the next few years and has no doubt that he will be leading future veterans on this campus and will continue to contribute positively to the overall environment. He is a great role model for other adult learners, unsure of their decision to return to the classroom, as he has proven you can be successful. The student has faced many challenges and hardships in starting this new academic journey. Brett has always made it work to put his primary focus on his academics. He is a dedicated husband, father, healthcare hero, and full-time student. Brett deserves this acknowledgement. Brett, congratulations. That is very, very high praise. And then my final award right now is the Outstanding Student in the College of Agricultural Sciences. And this year, the award is presented to Elizabeth Holtree. Elizabeth was an early to college student for 2 semesters at Mont Alto and has demonstrated that she is an outstanding student on several different levels. She plans to major in agricultural extension and education when she transfers to University Park next year. She aspires to become a high school agricultural teacher where she can teach shop and animal science classes. Elizabeth, congratulations and well done. It is now my pleasure to introduce Donna Rhodes, Coordinator of Student Activities.
Thank you, Dr. Doncheski. My first award will be for our orientation leaders. Orientation leaders work with student affairs and academic advising to complete training, and then they communicated with our new students all summer in a virtual format as part of our new student orientation outreach during the early stages of the pandemic last summer. And I do just want to mention how fortunate we were to have Brooke Pico, Hadessa Harvey, and Tyler Berger help us in that process to reach our new students during those uncertain and challenging times we had last summer while we were preparing for our new students' arrival in August. My next award would be for the peer engagement guides. Peer engagement guides work to promote the holistic needs of students through leadership training and preparation that complements academic pursuits and enhances the overall educational experience. These students facilitated the transition of new students into the institution. They helped prepare students for their educational opportunities and student responsibilities that awaited them, and assisted with the integration of new students into the academic, intellectual, cultural, and social climate of Penn State Mont Alto. And these students are Alex Benedict, Andrew Walker, Anna Genda, Kara Bergen, JC Buller, Katie Hutzel, Kirsten Tursick, Pranava Manganti, Rayleigh Gibbons, and Tyler Shannon. And we could not have handled or completed new student welcome without these students. They're such an integral part, and their leadership means the world to us in student affairs. My final award is for our Penn State Mont Alto Benefiting THON Student Leader of the Year. And you've already heard a little bit about Anna, but Anna Genda is our recipient. And what I'll mention about Anna is that as soon as she came here as a student at Penn State Mont Alto, she was very enthusiastic, very interested in THON, and was a student that had leadership right away within the organization. This past year, she served as one of our THON captains and did such an amazing job at bringing excitement and energy during a year where a lot of things had to be done virtually, including THON weekend. So we really thank Anna for her leadership and her ability to, from day one, recruit our new students, but also keep our upper class students who returned this year passionate and excited about THON, which is the largest student-run philanthropy in the world, raising funds and awareness for the fight against pediatric cancer. So thank you, Anna. And now I'd like to introduce Jay Arcuri, our Director of Student Affairs.
Thank you, Donna. It is my pleasure to recognize the 2020-2021 resident assistants, Imani Gonzalez, Cameron Frazier, Megan Aylshire, and Nevaeh Gordon. I want to give a sincere thank you to each of you for your many hours of service to our campus and your peers. Next, I'd like to recognize the students that have served on the Student-Initiated Fee Committee. These students have spent many hours reviewing a number of student activity fee and student facility fee proposals, which allow the enhancement of activities here at our Mont Alto campus. So for the 2020-21 year, I'd like to recognize Amadea Dorleas, JC Bueller, Katie Spender, Megan Aylshire, Sonia Lowe, and Tyler Shannon. Thank you all for your many hours of service. My next award, I'd like to recognize students who served on the executive board of our Student Government Association. So representing our campus activities and multicultural programming area was Kavalia Viramgama. Our chief of staff for student government this year was Tyler Shannon. Our treasurer for this academic year was Robert Spangler. Our vice president of student government for this past academic year was JC Bueller. And our president for this past academic year was Sonia Lowe. Thank you very much for all of your hours and commitment to student government, everyone. It was a pleasure working with each and every one of you. Please join me as we recognize members of Penn State Mont Alto Benefiting THON as our student organization of the year. Penn State Mont Alto Benefiting THON received 2 nominations for this award. Both nominations acknowledge the organization's ability to pivot to a non-traditional THON in 2021 while still pulling out all the stops for the kids. The organization continued regular meetings via Zoom and found ways to engage the campus community in both in-person and virtual events. When the decision to keep THON virtual this year was made, the organization's leadership team worked with campus leadership to plan an on-campus in-person parade for this year's dancers to make up for the loss of the BJC. Additionally, they kept the momentum going over THON weekend by developing Zoom activities and check in at appropriate points throughout the weekend. And despite the pandemic, they raised $22,000 for THON. Congratulations, Mont Alto, benefiting THON. At this time, I'd like to reintroduce Dr. Michael Doncheski, our Chief Academic Officer.
And it is now my pleasure to present 3 awards that were selected by students, but these awards are presented to faculty. The first award is the Martha A. Fisher Award for Excellence in Teaching for full-time faculty. This year, Daniel Dandy is the recipient. Daniel Dandy, an assistant teaching professor and academic coordinator of clinical education in the Associate Physical Therapist Assistant Program. Professor Dandy's nomination illustrates his dedication and commitment to his students by detailing his painstaking efforts to deliver a seamless educational and clinical experience to the PTA students in the wake of COVID-19 and the transition to remote learning. One of Professor Dandy's courses is fully hands-on, and to ensure that students receive the instruction they needed, Professor Dandy had the students record themselves practicing the skills they needed to build each week. He then reviewed each video and provided critical feedback on all of them every week. Additionally, Professor Dandy made clinical rotations necessary for the 24 PTA students who needed them to meet their program requirements this year, the pandemic notwithstanding. His nominator wrote that Professor Dandy has the ability to develop our curiosity and teach us all how to trust our own instincts with constant encouragement regarding our own unique abilities, allowing us to continue to learn and to improve. Congratulations, Professor Dandy. This is a well-deserved award. Okay. My second award is the Martha A. Fisher Award for Excellence in Teaching, awarded to part-time faculty. And this year's recipient, Jeff Rock, lecturer in business administration. Professor Rock's nomination underscores his respect for both his students and his field. Praised for gaining, and even more difficult to do, keeping the attention of his students, the nominator attributes his ability to be engaging to his method of creating group simulations that guide students towards making the right decisions, putting what they've learned into application. Professor Rock is quick to apologize when he's made a mistake and focuses on creating a classroom environment that makes his students want to learn more. Congratulations, Professor Rock. Again, well-deserved. Okay, and my final award now is the Student Government Association Award for Excellence in Advising. This year it's presented to Renee Borromeo, Professor in Charge and Teaching Professor, Associate Physical Therapist Assistant Program. If I had to identify a central theme in Professor Borromeo's nomination, it would be this. She is a ceaseless advocate for students in the PTA program. When the COVID-19 pandemic escalated in 2020, Professor Borromeo planned ahead and was able to create a smooth transition from in-person hands-on instruction to a successful virtual version. Understanding the importance of lab work for the PTA program, Professor Borromeo safely brought the PTA students back to campus this semester for in-person labs, ensuring that all COVID-19 safety precautions were met and enforced. When a few of her students wanted to get more in-depth on the topic of GATE, she developed an extra class that was available to students synchronously and asynchronously to further their knowledge on the subject and answer their questions. Her nominator noted that Professor Borromeo is not only responsive to her students, but goes out of her way to make herself available when she's needed. The nominator went on to write, "I am fully aware that I will never understand the complexity nor the sheer number of decisions that were made and then had to be adjusted and made again and again over the last year to adjust to the constant changes. But I am aware of the fact that they were made centered around the best interests of those of us who would be affected by them. She has found a way to meet all the challenges students had to encounter, from seemingly simple tasks surrounding credits and class registrations to how to survive and thrive in a tough program, and then how to do all that while living through the global pandemic. Congratulations, Professor Borromeo. Well done. And I would now like to introduce Francis Ashenpong, Campus Chancellor.
Thanks, Mike. So I'll be introducing the Student Organization Advisor of the Year. J.R. Curie. Jay's nomination for Advisor of the Year reflects his commitment to developing students to be confident leaders and good community citizens. As part of his role as Interim Director of Student Affairs, Jay assumed the role of advisor for the Student Government Association at Penn State Mont Alto, the SGA. By listening to the goals of the SGA leadership and getting to know the students, he was able to provide coaching that helped them become effective and sometimes diplomatic communicators so that they were able to achieve their goals. He also encouraged SGA to make visible contributions to the campus community, including meaningful programming. He often served as a sounding board for SGA members as they considered conversations within the Council of Commonwealth Students, pushing them to critically consider the short and long-term consequences of proposed legislations before deciding how they would vote. The nominator summarized Jay's effect on SGA by writing, quote, Jay was a phenomenal advisor, and our Student Government Association would have looked drastically different this year without him. He consistently provided recommendations that would improve our campus community, as well as the executive board's leadership. From Jay, I've learned what it means to be a professional and how to effectively communicate with administration, close quotes. At this time, I will also make the Chancellor Award, which goes to Sonia Lowe. As president of SGA, Sonia was an advocate for the university's COVID-19 health and safety protocols and wrote a letter to the student body encouraging the students to be compliant with the COVID-19 policies Penn State put in place. In addition, she has also encouraged our faculty and staff to comply with policies and model the behavior we should all follow. Outside of encouraging our campus community to have a successful year, she has been an advocate for the Penn State Mont Alto community as she serves as a representative within the CCSG, the Council of Commonwealth Students' Governments. In this position, she has supported legislation promoting sustainability, as well as the support of bringing Penn State legal services to the Commonwealth campuses. Congratulations, Sonia. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce J.R. Curie, who is now Director of Student Affairs.
Thanks, Dr. A. It is my pleasure to present the Eric A. and Josephine S. Walker Award. The purpose of this award shall be to recognize undergraduate students enrolled at the Commonwealth campuses whose outstanding qualities of character, scholarship, leadership, and citizenship have been directed into programs and services that have positively influenced fellow students and have contributed to the prestige and well-being of our campuses and hence to the reputation of the university as a whole. This year, it is my pleasure to present J.C. Bueller with the Eric A. and Josephine S. Walker Award. J.C. is one of Penn State Mont Alto student leaders. As Student Government Association's Vice President, primary chair of Mont Alto Benefiting THON, and a member of the Student Activity and Facility Fee Committee, her experiences are invaluable as she guides the other students through the proper processes. J.C. is a good steward of fee money, and she evaluates and carefully questions each proposal for intent, probable student participation, and proper procedures. She led the fundraising for THON, and with COVID as a deterrent was still successful in raising a substantial amount of money. Her love for THON is palpable, and one of her nominators writes, quote, she lives and thrives for THON. In my 4 years at Mont Alto, I have not experienced anyone who puts her whole heart into THON like JC, end quote. She proposes new ideas for student activities and ways to involve both residential and commuter students. JC is a great advocate for veterans and other students as well. She's alerted folks to a concern with a veteran class situation that needed to be addressed and orchestrated a meeting to start the discussion. Had the issue not been brought to anyone's attention, it would not have been resolved. Her willingness to go to bat for other students and not be afraid to raise concerns shows the maturity she has developed in her past 4 years on campus. Congratulations, JC, on being the 2021 recipient of the Eric A. and Josephine S. Walker Award for Outstanding Student Leadership. That closes our 2021 Academic and Leadership Award ceremony. The long list of award recipients shows that really exciting things are happening right here at Penn State Mont Alto. I want to congratulate each award winner for their perseverance and resiliency in what can only be described as an unprecedented year filled with many challenges. All awards will be available for pickup in the Campus Life Office, 107 Conklin Hall, after 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Any awards that have not been picked up by 4 p.m. on Thursday, May 6th, will be mailed to the student's permanent address. If you would like your award mailed to a different address, please email that information to Mary Jo Stevenson at mjs1459@psu.edu. Thank you. A very sincere thank you to the awards committee for all their work on this year's program. And a thank you to our faculty and staff who gave their time to be online today. A special thank you goes out to all the parents, families, and friends who logged on to support and honor your students. Please have a safe and enjoyable summer, and we look forward to seeing everyone back on campus in August. Thank you all, and once again, congratulations on these honors.